Well, hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? You know, I got off early, you know, went to Planet Fitness and everything. We got, we got a Goodwill over here, and we got another thrift store over here. So I was like, why not? Let's see, find at the Goodwill, you know. But first, you know, let's see if anybody comes in. 'Cause it's not fun when you're by yourself talking, right? There's a thing about surviving with what you have, right? There's a thing with surviving on a budget, surviving, on low income. That's all good and everything, and it's true. You can't. One man's junk is another man's treasure. It's been that way since the dawn of time, you know. And in this day of age, it's more prominent than it ever has been because of Goodwills and secondhand stores and boot sales and yard sales and all that stuff. But the thing is a lot of old stuff, a lot of good old stuff is so bored. There's too many people that's out there going to yard sales and stuff that are buying to flip stuff, you know, and those people need to actually get a real job instead of hindering the less fortunate and taking taking things and buying things to resell them back on eBay or whatever for $20 or $30 here or there. It's a sad world the way it is anymore. People having to go to secondhand stores to flip because they can't hold a 9 to 5 job. Now, if they did it for stuff that was actually, resellable, that wasn't, taking everything in the world from the less fortunate, because that's why secondhand stores were created. Secondhand stores were created so the less fortunate could have a step up, pretty much. And it's a hindrance. Like, you go to any of the California thrift stores or whatever, all their stuff is completely gone right now. But if you go out to any of the thrift stores in the Midwest, where the Death Walk is, from Mexico all the way up to Seattle or something like that, it goes through the desert and everything. And you see these people, and you see it, in Tennessee, you see it in Virginia, people that do the Appalachian Trail. They go and buy all this gear and everything. After they're done with their bucket list Appalachian Trail hike, they go and donate it to you know, the thrift store down the street. It, You can find good deals if you look right. And, places like Goodwill and everything, they know when they have something. And they even have a silent auction, you know, on their website for stuff that people actually do donate really good things like, survival knives, survival gear, stuff like that. You will find that on, the Goodwill website. We will do, we should do a live stream where we go on the Goodwill website and look and see what you can get for cheap. Do like $100 or do like a $50 budget hunt, you know, or go to, a flea market and see what we can find, see what we can reuse and, turn around and use for survival. I think that would be kind of cool, like we choose what goes, what we can buy with a limited budget and see if we can get enough good gear without actually going over the budget or under the budget, Things things are different nowadays. The world is different nowadays. People are different nowadays. It's it's a dog eat dog world anymore. It is. It's really a dog eat dog world. It's just like as soon as these doors opened at Goodwill, they opened at 10 o'clock, which was 5 minutes ago. And there's already been 60, 70 people running in there to see what they got. If you're not one of these early bird people or whatever, you're getting pickovers. Well, let's go in here and let's see what we got, okay? Let me flip the camera around here. It's been a minute since I've done this. There we go. Interesting. Here you go, man. You're welcome. It's a pretty way. You know, there's a lot of things that you just can't get your hands on, really. find good boots here. You find good clothes. You can find decent bags here. Hey, Bootsy, how you doing? Hey, White Wolf, how you doing, brother? So, you know, there's a lot of things here that you can find. You know, look for good, a good heavy duty, you know, bag. If you see like this old Marlboro bag, you don't even get these anymore. And that's why even even Goodwill checks eBay prices on a lot of stuff anymore. Hey, Admir, how you doing? I've been all right, brother. I've been all right. Yeah, I understand. I understand working like a dog, brother. It's the same here. How's my sister Jax doing? Hmm? How's my big sis doing? You know, you're not going to find everything at one place. You're not. That's just that's a mindset that you need to get out of your mind. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Oh, that's good. You know, like I said, this is just to see what we can find here. Live stream, you know, see if we can find anything somewhat decent, anything that's worth something. Cobalt spray gun. You used to be able to find, you know, good carbon steel knives and everything, but old hickory knives and stuff at Goodwill. But now you can't do that. You can't find a good old hickory knife at Goodwill anymore because they're high end items. PS sport controller, some flashlights, good old school camera. Yeah, it looks like we're not gonna find anything here. Maybe some water bottles. Probably take no actual real survival bottles. The camel, the camelback water bottle holder. But it was an actual camelback. Hey, Tron, how you doing, brother? That's funny. Well, it's not something to survive. So what we got in here? Nothing. Oh wait, tabletop fire pit. Sorry, no. Yeah, there's really nothing here. You know. Oh, that's so powerful. There's a high-speed metal saw. What are you going to use that for? You know, in a survival situation, if you have no ear. It's mosquito super vac. You know, if you're a prepper and stuff, yeah, you can come here and get, walkers, canes, all of that kind of stuff. If you're, really worried about like medical protection and end of the world. But most of it is useless. Most of it's going to be useless. If you break a leg or anything in a survival situation, you're done for, you know. Get a bicycle carrier, that wouldn't be bad, but it's not survival. And everybody gives away their camping chairs, cast iron charcoal smoker tray. And you could use that as a grill in a survival situation. If you need to work out, start working out now. Get a Body Power Health and Fit, $24. Yeah, there ain't nothing here. I mean, you could find some good training pants or something here, maybe. Maybe. No, those ain't bad. Yeah, there ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing at all. I like listening to the music. Ugh. So, anyways, at least I can talk a lot louder now. Anyways, so we're gonna go over to this other place and see what they got. You know, the ones that are overlooked, not the big name thrift stores. You can maybe find a good tent or a hammock or something, but like I said, you're going to strike out. You're going to strike out if your budget survival shopping, your budget hunting. Sorry, everybody. I'll be reading the chat here in a little bit. Hey, Skies. Hey, John. Hey, everybody that I've missed in here. How y'all doing? You know, you're not going to strike rich every time you go into a secondhand store. You're not. Because not everybody has the exact same things in mind that you do. And if they do, it's usually not for them. It's usually for something to flip or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I guess this one's closed. Closed on Fridays. Well, damn. Yeah, closed on Fridays. Well, we could do this on Saturday. 10 a.m. on Saturday. Yeah, we could do this. Make it a good, make a good, thrift shop. Maybe tomorrow we could hit, some some flea markets. We could hit, we could hit a lot of things. We could do a lot of things tomorrow. Let me flip this back around and let y'all see my ugly mug instead of my gaintly shadow. All right, so. Uh, yeah, no, we don't have. I mean, we probably have a value village, maybe. I know we have a few thrift stores and everything around here that are not, 100%, like Goodwill, Salvation Army. America is bland. America is an area of, they want you to spend all your money on name brand. They want you to spend your money in box stores. They don't want you to, you know, they don't believe that there is low income people in America. They don't want to believe that. It, like, that's the problem with the world now. They want you to be in debt. They want you to be in. Oh yes, guys. Yeah, flea markets. They. Yeah, once in a while. Most of their stuff is eBay priced, like that Marlboro bag. Marlboro stopped doing their Marlboro points, and they stopped selling Marlboro branded items like in the 90s. So if you see something, like that Marlboro cigarette duffel bag, it was $24.99. You could easily, and that's what people do. People go to these places and they flip. So Goodwill knows this. Goodwill knows people go in there and buy a shitload of stuff to flip it on eBay or whatever. And they know if they're going to flip it, at least they're going to get some kind of percentage out of it. Yeah, in there, yeah. You can send me an email at mbr071784 at gmail.com. Yeah, I'll put it in. Y'all can send me an email. Hold on. There you go. That's my email. Send me one. Send me an email. We can talk. Yeah, I do too, brother. It's there's too many people that really can't hold a 9 to 5, or they're trying to, they're trying to hustle, and the best way to hustle is coming here at Goodwill at 10 o'clock in the morning, right when it opens, and see what was put out. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Yeah, just send me an email whenever you want to. I'll reply back. Um, I get emails all the time, so if I don't reply instantly to you, I will reply to you. It's just like I replied to Razor, and I got his message like 2 days ago, but I replied back to him this morning because I found his email. But like, too many people are trying to hustle, and especially in like richer areas and stuff like that, right? Don't we all? That's the way you handle things. You be frugal about it. You if you can get something for 80% off, what's wrong with it? Right, right. I'm sorry, everybody. I thought it would be a better experience at this Goodwill, but this Goodwill just opened, so it doesn't have like we. I will take us to a what's called a Goodwill overstock, and Goodwill overstock, they sell by the pound. So it's like you can find anything and everything. But the thing is they throw it in these huge bins, and you got to dig through all these bins and everything. And it was bad, like during COVID and stuff and everything. But you can still find decent, good stuff there. But yeah, and I want to do a thing like going online, doing a live stream with y'all on, because Goodwill has good stuff that they put on silent auction now, like military gear, survival knives, stuff like that. They put that on a silent auction. They'll start the bidding at say $5. Then you match, you do your silent bid on it. We'll do something with like $50, maybe $100. See if we can get a good, decent supply of survival prepping items, without breaking the bank or going over the budget. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. There's no method to the madness in those chaos bins. There isn't, Bootsy. Like, I want to have fun with y'all. I won't, food. I've been working on my man cave and everything. Well, my live stream man cave. Um, so we can actually have a good live stream. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, yeah, yes, guys. I mean, it did. It did a lot to society. I mean, mentally, physically, it and it hurt a lot of people. There's conspiracy theorists and everything all about what COVID was. I'm not doing that. I'm not joining that bullshit. But the thing is, though, is we have too many old people in the world. We do. It's not like it was 100 years ago where most people lived to be in their 70s and then passed away. Now we have old people living to be like in the hundreds, like 105, 103. What use in society does a 103-year-old have? And I'm being real. I'm being honest about it. There is no reason for a 103-year-old to be here to suffer. There isn't. I mean, it, people say that it was a conspiracy theory to kill off a lot of the old people, a lot of the old generation, because of Medicare costs and hospital, like people staying in you know so many hospice areas, stuff like that. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't either. It but yeah, it was a big conspiracy theory thinking that it was end all be all thing to kill off a lot of the old populations, and you know it it did kind of the opposite. You know, we just had a guy we just had a guy at my job and everything. He ended up passing away in the hospital because he got COVID with something else, and he was like 45. But also, he was a heavy smoker. He was a heavy drinker. You got to take consideration into a lot of stuff. It's it is what it is. The world sees things through a different way. Every single person sees things differently. Everybody sees. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it sadly, like I said, nobody's invincible. And that's another thing that's a thing that you have to look at in a lot of stuff. You have to look at it in survival. You have to look at it in everyday life. You have to look at it in. Sorry, everybody, give me a second. Just backing out because Texans don't know how to drive. Okay. Things we want to believe that we are stronger than what we are. We want to believe that we've survived X amount of things. And nothing can really hurt us. And it's a good morality booster. You know what I mean? It's like, it is. It really is. Like, there's too many slip ups that we believe that we. How should I put this? There's too many things that we believe we are untouchable in that that we overlook and we don't prioritize. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I'm trying to think of the right words to say without sounding like a dick. You know, I'm a realist, but I don't want to. You take care of trying, brother. Get some rest, all right? I'll I'll be right behind you here in a little bit. I'll be hitting the sack too soon. Uh, I don't want to sound like an inconsiderate jerk. You know, I don't. But the truth is the truth. The truth is giving. There is no, hiding it. I mean, you go back and did did White Wolf talk to you? Did he say, hey, get the snack packs ready for Matthew? Everybody, this is my older sister Jax, Lady J. I've known this girl for God, going on what, 6 years, something like that, Jax. Ever since I first started YouTube. Oh, I told him to tell you, that that your snack packs look very, very, scrumptious. Like your little bunnies and your rabbits and you know all your little All you little fur babies. Ah, oh, oh, trust me. I've handled one too many cocks in my life. There, Lady Jags. I've handled the roughest and the toughest of the cocks. They all fry the same, but I'm glad you had the grandson. You good and healthy? I try to make y'all laugh, you know. I try to make y'all laugh. It ain't always doom and gloom and, ripping off little bunny heads. Ah, that's good to hear, sis. I'm glad to hear that. He's a little chunkster, huh? Oh, turkeys are something else. Oh, oh, she's doing good, sis. She's doing good. I'm doing good. I've been doing some. I've been doing, quite a few little live streams and everything. And the third and the fourth this weekend coming up, I'm actually going to be doing an actual real survival video. I'm going to be out for 2 days with a chat helped choose my survival kit. All these wonderful little, rum monkeys in here help choose my survival kit, help choose my suffering for 2 days. And you know, I'm actually going to do a real survival video. I'm not going to do some bullshit survival video like all these other YouTube wannabe weekend warriors that are packing, 4 course meal and $1,200 snow crab legs, and I'm actually going to grow up and actually create a real survival channel now. I got you, sis. I got you. Don't worry about it. Like I'm waiting to hear back from Coleman right now to see if they will sponsor some of my, survival videos and everything because we have a Coleman here in Texas, and just sponsor me with gear, and that's all I care about. Yep, that's what I started doing. That's what I was, and then everything happened in the world. Everything happened on YouTube, and I stopped. I stopped actually making videos. I stopped doing a lot of stuff. I I had no sense of purpose. I lost my motivation. Survival pickle. I'm sorry. We can make a survival pickle. Uh, um, I do. I need a motivation. I do. I need. I need back to my. I need to. You know. I need to stop playing around with the kids on the playground, and I need to, actually focus. Yeah, I'll see. Like go to the army surplus stores, stuff like that. Look around. Hey, Uncle Al, how you doing, brother? Well, that's cool, Lady Jax. I understand. Hey, morning. How you doing, sis? You know, the thing with it's like everything else. Turns out in air. The fire can only last so long in specific specific. How many times can you think about a survival? It's like how many times do you have a ghost? What's your name? It's everything turns out. Everything burns out, and it. I want to, well, I'm back. All right, sis, you take care of yourself. All right, love you, girl. We'll see you around. All right, but you know, everything only has so much. You can only do so much in one specific area. You can only talk so much about a certain thing until you're just beating it with a dead horse. I mean, you're beating it like a dead horse. You know, it's the same way with Got you, sis. We love you. I love you too. Y'all take care of each other, alright? I love y'all. Okay, sound is better. Yeah, sorry, the signal and everything is just BS out here. Like where I live, like where I live, the signal is horrible out here, and that's what I'm afraid of when I go do this. You know, sorry, when I go do the survival weekend. I'm afraid that I won't have signal to actually do a live stream, or you know, I'll have enough to video, but that's about it. You stay down. Sorry, I was talking to my cat, but yeah, morning. Yeah, it it, it really is that wonderful 5G you know, that they glorified as crapping out on everybody. You know, but I don't want I don't want this channel. I don't want this channel to burn. I don't want this channel to. I hate repeating myself. And I can see that too, Uncle Al. I'm not a technology person. I'm really not. Like, I'm glad I can do a live stream, but I just I try to make I try to make every live stream different for y'all. I try to make it entertaining, fun, and a learning experience. But it's so hard to continue talking about the same subjects. It gets repetitive and it gets boring, you know. Yeah. Yes, Bootsy, I can repeat that. Like, I don't know. Oh, lovely, Uncle Al. Uh, Technology can do whatever it wants to do. It really can. It's it's just that. It's technology. I don't need it unless it's there. I don't. I don't need to. I don't need to rely on technology. I haven't even. I have two TVs, but I haven't watched TV in over 10 years. And technically, I watch YouTube, so that's technically a form of television. But I don't watch mainstream television. I have a gaming system. I have a PS4, but I never play it. I, I've got Xboxes, all this stuff, and it's boring. It's very very boring. Kiddo. Who's my neighbors talking about or fighting? Thank you, Bootsy. Thank you. I could see that. I could see that morning. Yeah, yeah, that was about the same with me adding here. About the same. Yeah, it does, Uncle Al. It really does. Yeah, yeah. You know, I remember the board game life. The board game life is nothing like real life, is it? Yeah. And that's the best way. That's the best way to cut yourself off. To start cutting yourself off from the outside world. It like you get enough of reality from YouTube. It's just like, we as humans are pack animals. We need interaction. Human interaction is more than anything else in our society. That's why a lot of survivalists and everything can't do true survival. I mean, even one of the people that I look up to, really big monkey wood, Dave. He's a big survivalist. He's a big, outdoors person. But like his newest video that he put out, it was probably a 15-minute video, and it was about him enjoying the time in the swamp in a kayak and showing his new, his gear to set up if you're in a kayak and in water and you have nowhere to do anything. He set up a table thing with bungee cords that he made and showed that you can make coffee pretty much anywhere, even if you're sitting in a boat, sitting in a kayak. Yeah. I mean, we are called sheep for a reason. We are called pack animals, herd animals. That's why we create villages. That's why we create cities. That's why we create all this stuff. It's a mainstay for humans to be together. Even if you are a quote unquote lone wolf and hate society, you still need society. You still need interaction. It's like all these quote unquote homesteaders that are on YouTube. These homesteaders and these off grid people and everything, tiny living, whatever you want to call them, they all have a YouTube channel. They all have a live stream because they need that human interaction because they're out in the middle of God knows where. So they still need everyday interaction with humans. It is built into our psychology. Uh-huh. Yep, it is. Necessity is also a bastardized terminology too. In today's society, we necessitize a lot of different things than we did a long time ago. Oh yeah, trust me, Uncle Al. You know the off grid people. Not all off grid people are bad. Don't get me wrong, they're not. All homesteaders are not bad. All tiny living people are not bad. They are just misinformed. A lot of them are misinformed. A lot of them are given a beautiful image of being alone, cooking your own food, being away from pesticides, doing all this stuff, being away from quote unquote society. But then they realize they have nothing out there. They have no. Hey, what's up, Razor? How you doing, brother? Correct, morning. Correct. The lone wolf mentality is a psychotic breakdown. They have mental trauma in them that doesn't allow them to get close to humans, but they need humans around them. It's kind of like a controversial thing. You see lone wolves and everything that don't want to deal with society or anything, but they go down to the bar every weekend and drink with the same people and talk with the same people every week. You know, it it's like a refill of their battery. Yeah, yeah, Uncle Al, yeah, that's true. Yes, it takes a certain mindset. I don't know. I don't know if y'all. I don't know if that TV show or anything's back on, but I remember a TV show called Dexter. Okay, Dexter was a anti personal person that really didn't handle himself in society or anything like that, but he was he worked for a police department as like a crime scene investigator or something like that. But he, in his spare time, was a killer that killed people that did crimes, like horrible crimes and stuff. And he lived alone. He did all this stuff and everything. And, he would go out and, kill people that got away with like mass murders or whatever. That's a true definition of a lone wolf. They have an ulterior motive that they don't want to get too close to society or too close to humans that they can't trust to fulfill their dark fantasies. And you know how it is. You know how it is, Uncle Al. Like there's so many different forms of bugs, where you can't talk, you can't do anything. And you you know firsthand how it affects your psychology. How it affects your mental stability. It takes strong-willed individuals. But the thing is even when you're training as a monk, even if you can't talk or interact with each other, you still have the presence of others around you, you know? You still have a a feeling. You still have a quote unquote society that you are a part of. Yes. Yes, Bootsy. It is the whole entire I believe I'm stronger than what I am. Yeah. Yeah, Razor. I watched it and then I was like I can't keep watching it because there was too many red flags to it. The person that created that TV show or whatever, he needs to have a mental check. Like, but that's also a lot of the lack of society, the lack of human interaction, the lack of talking to people. There was a pirate. Well, they were merchant pirates that were in Mexico. Okay, when Mexico was still under Spanish rule and everything like that, and he was tried for mutiny or something like that because he said something wrong. Well, they parked the ship and everything by a deserted island out past Mexico, right? And literally left him there to die. Okay, he stayed there for almost, I think it was 15 or 18 years. Nobody knew he was on that island or anything. Left him for about 15 or 18 years until another merchant vessel had to stop there and refix their supplies and all this stuff. But he was away from civilization for that long. He forgot how to talk. He forgot how to be a human. He turned primal, where he had to run as fast as the other animals to catch animals. He had to growl. He had to understand the language of the predatory animals on that island. And he lost his way of being a human. And he was curious about the people that showed up, and they captured him and took him back to Spain and used him for about 3 years as called the Island Man. And he finally got a full pardon and all this stuff and everything. Yeah, he was de-domesticated. Yes, he went feral. No, not Robinson Crusoe or whatever. His name was I don't remember his name, but you know, like he didn't even live like a human. He didn't have a house or anything. He lived in a cave system. Like he lost all forms of humanity. And that's why I was saying that we as humans, we will become feral once again if apocalypse happens, or if you stay out in the wilderness by yourself for so long, you will go feral. You will go wild. Yes. Yes. Like humans can go feral because you have no laws. You have no form of being human anymore. You don't have to follow society. You don't have to talk. Even And they showed that. They showed that in the Tom Hanks movie Castaway. You know, they showed that exact same mindset. They showed that exact same mindset when, you know, before he found the volleyball. They showed that he was going feral because he was away from humans so much that his mind was playing tricks on him. You know, he deemed that volleyball as a living human. He deemed that volleyball as a brother. Like, he would give his life to protect that volleyball because that was his only form and only source to remind him that he is human, that he has to have a talk, he has to express himself. Yeah, the Tongan castaway. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at you. You have to realize that all movie actors, they they have a form of multiple personality disorder. They literally have to play different people. They have to be in that role. They have to, you know, think. They have to act. They have to be a completely different person. It's the same thing as like the Soviet spies and, you know, during the Cold War and stuff. Like, spies in general. Like, even undercover cops that, you know, that live in a gang for 6 to 7 years, go to prison, you know, they're cops, but they have to be a shadow to another world. Yeah, yeah. We we are very, very manipulative. We No, not manipulative. Um, what's the word I'm thinking? Uh, some people lose their humanity over time. Some people lose who they are over time. Yes, guys. Yeah. It you know, it that most people don't have the mental fortitude to continue. Yeah. And that's why these people, like, you even saw, like, if you ever went to the Pathfinder with Dave Canterbury, okay? If you ever went to his training courses or whatever, I went to Dave Canterbury's and I went to be a trainer and everything for him, and I also set up a shop and everything about wilderness survival. And this was probably, I did a live stream and everything over there. Um, if you look at Dave Canterbury, he was on Dual Survivor. Okay, if you look at him, the things that they made him do, the things that they wanted him to do for shock value, all this stuff, made him lie, saying that he was a special forces member and all this stuff to give him a bigger image of what he was than that he was just a traditional, a traditional mountain man. That he was a survivalist. He was but they had to give him all this stuff like military background and all this stuff and everything. And the stuff that they did to him, the places that they put him at, it him and the other guy from Dual Survivor, they lost who they were. They lost who they were by what Discovery Channel wanted them to be. When you lose yourself, you lose yourself. Rogan and what's his name? Heavyset bald guy, just like Seth Rogen, Joe Rogan. No, he's not bald. He takes some kind of. He said like frogs were turning people gay or whatever. I mean, Rogan he's tired, but he's also been doing a lot of enhancement drugs, a lot of like mystical drugs. He wants to be a truth seeker. He wants to be a truth seeker. He wants to be a realist. Yeah, I mean, everybody in Hollywood will sell out. Everybody, trust me, and I'll even say it. Money is evil. Money, fame, fortune. It's a people are liars that create a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel or a Twitch channel that say that they do not want to sell out, that they do not want to have a better life for their family. And it's the fucking truth. I was raised poor. I was raised poor. I kill myself every fucking day at my job. We all kill ourselves. We all kill ourselves in 9 to 5 jobs. And we never get reality. We never get freedom. We don't get freedom. Even in retirement, we don't get freedom. So, yeah, if somebody came to me and said, do this and you'll get $1 million a year, that's fuck yeah, I will. I will do it. For $1 million a year, that's not a lot of money, but it is to somebody that's poor. It is to somebody that works 9 to 5 for $600 a week or whatever. Yeah, John. Yeah. Like, everybody wants to be famous. Yeah. It depends on what it is, yes. But some people will take that whatever. It, and it's the God's honest truth, you know? Money rules your life. If you don't have, I mean, you can survive on $1 million a year. You could survive on that. I mean, you you would never have to worry about anything. You know, it's one of those things, brother. You know, it's fame comes with money. You know, it does. It goes hand in hand. Well, yeah. I mean, but you got to look. I mean, Jake Paul is in his what 30s. Tyson's hitting his 70s. You don't think Tyson's going to take a punch and fall for $35 million? Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. People should have realized what was going to happen. That it was all hype. It was all hype. The disrespect, everything. It was building up, to get more and more people. It's all calculated moves. And Jake Paul knows that. Jake Paul can do anything he wants to. It's like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast can do anything he wants to. He's got huge amount of sponsors that will throw $20 million at him just so he could throw it back to whoever. Mm-hmm. Because you have a has-been boxer that's never going to go back into boxing being called out by a YouTube star turned boxer. If he could knock, and that's like saying Mike Tyson fighting Muhammad Ali before Muhammad Ali, you know, had all his medical problems. People know how to do this. No, no, Razor. His dad, I mean, Jake Paul's dad is some kind of lawyer in California. His mother is some kind of doctor in California. They lived in a 1.5 or $2 million house in California in Lower Hollywood or something like that. I mean, Andrew Tate is something else. Andrew Tate got put into this chauvinistic, manpower, man empowering mindset after he was a bitch in prison. That's why he dogs on women all the time. That's why he does everything that he does, is because he was turned into a woman in prison. The thing is these MMA fighters and all this stuff, yeah, they may be able to handle one person, but in jail, you got to think there's 6 guys that are going to jump in on you in a 4x4 sale. No. Yeah. Paul never went hungry. He's never. None of these people. That's why you see all. That's why you see these people grow overnight. You see people that have money grow overnight, like in YouTube and stuff like that. If you're poor, you stay a small channel. It's like me, my channel. I haven't even hit 700 people. I haven't hit 1,000 people ever. And I've been on this for like almost 5 years. I have over 400 videos and live streams. And I still haven't hit 700 people. But you can see somebody that has money, that has time, that has freedom, be able to do whatever they want to and get millions of views because they have the time, they have the money, they have the resources to continue on. Yeah. Yeah, Razor. I trust me, brother. I know. If you do not have the resources and the time to dedicate straight to YouTube or whatever platform that you're using, it's useless. It's very useless. You only get a small group of people. Like I have 700, 650 followers, right? And there's only 7 of you in my chat. And I do a live stream almost all the time. Why don't I have more people? Why isn't there more people if they're still following me? Why ain't they in this chat? Yeah, Razor. That's what I'm saying, brother. That's what I'm saying. It's also the consistency. Like, like, like me and you, Razor. We bring a video, like you bring a video out. What? Every month. I do a live stream. I've done 3 live streams this week alone. Yeah, guys. Yeah, Adnir. They don't realize, you have these people that put videos on that they do like an hour-long video. And, like I'm doing an hour and 35 live stream right now. And I'll get 50 views. I'll get 50 views on this, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. It's, like, you have to have the time. You have to have a decent consistency. You know what I mean? And when I say decent consistency, I'm talking about making a good fucking edited video once a month, and then buy views. 90% of people 90% of people do not get recognized until they buy their very first 1,000 subscribers. And once you hit that 1,000 subscriber count, then YouTube starts putting your videos out to people that is in your algorithm. Yeah. The thing is with YouTube algorithm, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. You get 1,000 subscribers, then if you have a base algorithm, a set base algorithm, yeah, you have to have a base algorithm, to go with your name. Like Second Star Survival will be put with survival videos. And that's when people will start to look. People will. Correct. Correct, Bootsy. Most people on YouTube do not have the extended time to put on or to be on multiple bases. Like usually you'll see, you got gamers, you got gaming channels all the fucking time, right? Because that's a thing in this world that kids do. When they go live on Twitch, they go live on YouTube. It's also, you have to be a part of what is trending. Like Magic the Gathering, a card game. It is on every single, like all these people. Moist Critical, Meat Canyon, all these people have a Magic the Gathering channel now. They all do it, and they all play Commander because Commander is such a big thing in the Magic community that people flock to it. Or if you do survival and everything, most people don't want survival. They want bushcrafting. They want prepping. They want homesteading. They want things that interest them. They don't, unless you are literally out killing yourself in a survival situation, like the Outdoor Boys or whatever, where they go out into the God knows wherever in Alaska and, freeze or suffer in some way. But then they got, $1,200 snow crab legs that they make a 4-course meal because every survivalist has, T-bone steak in their survival bag. It's fucking stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I posted a YouTube short of smoked oysters on the cruise ship. Okay. It was like a 10 to 15-second video of them picking up the glass bowl off the top of the smoked oysters and waving the smoke around. I got it's like 4,500 views on that smoked oyster on my channel, but I got no subscribers. Yes. Yes, Bootsy. That's how it is. The world wants fun. They don't want reality. They don't want truth. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the way the world is. They don't want truth because truth scares people. The truth scares people. Yeah. And and it's sad, you have to go and buy views. There Try it. Try it, Razor. I mean, it's all about clickbait too, brother. It is. It's literally about clickbait. Like like paranormal. Okay? Paranormal, you gotta say, oh, found a demon in, you know, the middle of the middle of the devil's asshole. We found a demon there. You know, remember when that was trending? Everybody in the damn world said that they found a demon at some haunted location. Like, and that was big for like 2 years. Demon this, demon that, demon this. And, it's like, if you do clickbait, oh, I can't believe this happened to me in my survival. I can't believe that the world, that the woods did this to me. Yeah, it does. It real finds real, yes, guys, but in YouTube, it's very slow. It's a very, very slow trickle. It really is. It's a drop in the bucket. You know, like look at Lou. What is his name? Lou, whatever. The UFO guy. Okay, Lou Alexandro, Lou, whatever. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I know. It's hard to do mods and stuff on. It's hard to do mods on the phone. I have to go on the laptop. I have to click on the name. I have to do all that stuff. Like, yeah, people want to see puppies. People want to see kittens. People want to see small farm animals. People don't want to see a guy unless you're a really buff, you know, like the Scottish woodsman. Okay, it's a dude that goes out into the woods that is super fucking built in a kilt without a shirt on and goes and does bushcrafting and cuts down trees. Trust me, sex sells too. It's just like all these survival videos with these big breasted women that's not wearing a bra and have hard nipples showing through their uh, tight little tank top. And all they don't ever show the female's face, right? They only show the chest where the nipples are sticking through. That's all they do. They never show the female's face. They only show the breasts. Like, it's crazy. Like, Yeah. Oh, trust me, skies. I mean, there used to be. What was her name? What was her name? Mama, Mama prepping, something like that. It was a woman in her 60s, right? Woman in her 60s, like maybe late 50s, okay? She used to be a supermodel for Victoria's Secrets, right? And he married some outdoor dude, right? He was like a hunter or something like that, like a big game hunter or whatever. She married him. And she walks around because she's got breast implants and everything. I think she's got like double D's or G's or something, right? She's like 110 pounds. She wears these booty shorts, like that right up her ass and everything. And she wears a tight little shirt. Like, so you can see underneath, like the under boob. And it's like pulled up to where you can see the under boob. She doesn't wear a bra or anything. So her nipples are sticking out. And they had her chopping wood. Chopping wood. And you know what chopping wood does to a female? Jiggle, right? It makes them jiggle. And that was 15 minutes of her chopping wood, and her tatas and her ass was sitting there jiggling. And her shorts are usually her in a one piece bikini doing some kind of survival thing. Yeah, it should have been. It should have been Bootsy. Yeah, I think that's him. I think that's him, Adnir. But they call him the Scottish woodsman or whatever. Yeah. He goes out into the middle of the woods and everything, built like a fucking Russian brick house with no shirt on and a kilt, cutting trees. And he gets guys and girls drooling over him. Ain't that the truth, Razor? Yeah, Daisy Dukes, that. Mm, can't remember the last time I didn't skin a deer without my Daisy Dukes on. I can't. I never do it. I never do it without my Daisy Dukes. Yeah, you know. Then you got people like, what was his name? The Russian. Uh, the Russian scientist or something like that. He used to do like Timu testing and all that stuff on products and everything. Well, he got married to a an American. He lives in South Carolina now. He has like a 40 plus acre home, right? And now, guess what he does? He tests survival and homesteading gear on his 40 plus acres in his $1.5 million house. Yeah, Adnir, yes. Yeah, it's, I don't know. You know, it's I just I don't know. I guess I say I want to sell out. I say I want to provide for my family and everything with YouTube. But then I look back at the discussion we just had. Can I really do that? Am I really that soulless to do this? Am I really that soulless to make a mockery of what I love and enjoy? Am I am I that heartless? Am I that soulless to, if I was if that's the thing. Sponsorships don't pay much. They don't. They usually only cover, like, what is it? Uh Gamer Fuel or something like that. Um Gamer Fuel. They sponsored me. I mean, they wanted to sponsor me. They're an energy drink that has like anime characters and video game characters. Like their energy drinks are made out of them. I mean, made from them. I mean, made in the image of said character, right? They told me that they were going to give me a year's supply of whatever gamer fuel that I wanted because they've seen live streams of me drinking gamer fuel, right? They said that they would give me a year's supply of gamer fuel energy drinks, and they would pay for the shipping to my house, and that was it. As long as I sponsored them on my live streams or a video, that was it. Like, they were not going to give me any money for it. And, they just wanted a sponsorship. They just wanted a name out there. And it's like, you're not even a part of survival. Why are you contacting me? Why? Like, I got a sponsorship from Temu. I did a live stream where I got the packages and everything from Temu, right? And it was all like survival gear and everything. I didn't pay anything for it. They sent it to me. Some of them do give you commissions if you put if somebody uses a code like Second Star One. Use my promo code Second Star One, and I get like 5 or 10% on a sale. And you got to think, like, if it's an energy drink, you're getting 5 or 10% of a sale of a $3 can of energy drink, or 5 or 10% of a sale of a $20 powder mix, which really doesn't pay anything. Yeah, morning light. I mean, I'm trying, sis. I really am. I really am trying. What's up, Raven, brother? Yeah. eh, I mean, it's. A sponsorship is a sponsorship. If they give you free gear, fuck, take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Bootsy. Yeah. Oh, you're good. Right, guys. 5% of $3 is like 15 cents. Yeah. It's it's pennies on the dollar. You know, the only people that really pay for sponsorships, like real sponsorships or anything like that, is if you have like like a lot of these Magic the Gathering channels, okay? When a YouTube channel has, a tournament or something like that, and they want to bring special guests or whatever, their sponsorships will pay for the other people's flight, hotel, and food accommodations, right? And then they will also give like a small thing of whatever. The only time sponsorships truly pay for something is if you do like a survival competition, and I want Razor and Sky, Bootsy and Morning to come out and have a survival weekend with me. You know, they will pay for all of y'all to come out, take a flight out to Texas, and they don't have to pay for accommodations like hotel or anything because we're in a survival situation, so we'll be sleeping outside. But they will give gear. Like they will, to them, gear is just like money. So you're looking at a $500, all weather tent. That's like for 5 people, five, one, five, two, five. That's 3 grand to them, but they write it off in their taxes. You're good, Morty. You're good. Love your baby. You know, it doesn't bother me. If it was made by Chinese prisoners, fuck it. You know what I mean? But if it was made by Chinese 12-year-olds in a sweatshop, that's different. You know what I mean? Like, hell, the sponsorship from Timu. I don't know where that stuff was made, but guess what? I took it, you know? And I'm using the thing that I was given, my hammock tent thing for this weekend. I don't know who made that. I don't know where it came from, but Timu sponsored that. Timu sent me that. It's just right, guys. Yeah, correct. We don't know the difference, Razor. We don't. Shit. We don't know the difference. That's the thing. Hell, look how long Nike is still in the business, and all those basketball players in the 80s and the 90s and everything that were using Nike tennis shoes, they were all created by sweatshop workers. Boo hoo. I
I don't mean to sound like that. I don't mean to sound like boo-hoo them. Like, they're still in business. You know, eh, Timu, you have to realize that everything's made in China. You have to. All of Gerber's mass-produced knives, all of Camillus's mass-produced knives, everything is made in China. Everything is made in Taiwan. There is nothing literally made in America anymore that is big name. Mhm. Right, Razor, right. We as America have learned to look down on everybody else. But the thing is other countries don't care. You have, I mean, even in America, you have kids that have what is it called? A hardship license. You have kids at 10 and 11 years old with a hardship license working at restaurants here in Texas. You have kids here that are working in taquerias, in little taco trailers. You have kids working in all kinds of food businesses here in America. Yeah, the reason why is like Lazy Boy, okay? Lazy Boy subbed out their fabric making and everything to Mexico City, right? They made this huge like 3-story warehouse, and every worker that was there got a free apartment. Their apartments were paid for and everything. Their families could live with them in the apartments, all this stuff. But the thing was, they could work them 24 hours a day. They could work them as much as they want to because they lived for free. They got free food. They got free everything. Their families could eat anytime that they want to. And they thought that they were going to save money because they were, working these people for pennies on the dollar, right? And giving them free stuff. Then come to find out that they are stealing this fabric. They're stealing this stuff, taking it to the apartments, having their kids go out and sell it. And it's like, they were losing more money in theft than they were anything else. Yes, guys. Everything comes from China. Everything. I it's if you judge if you judge just on the way something is created, then I'm sorry. You don't need anything. Like, you should not buy anything. All these name brand stuff is made in China. Anything that's plastic is made in China. Anything that is mass produced is made in China because they have the factories to mass produce. They have factories to continuously produce and sell for cheap. That's why Temu, Wish.com, stuff like that can sell replicas because they don't engrave Gerber. They don't engrave Camillus. They don't engrave the name of it, but they all have the molds for it. You can go on Temu right now and get the Gerber Scout 3. All right? The Scout 3. The Bear Grylls, it's like $120 if it says Gerber on it, Bear Grylls edition. It's like $120 for it, right? You can go on Temu and buy it right now with no engraving or anything for $30 with free shipping. Yes, guys. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? All their stuff is cold ran. All their stuff is, cold fusion ran. They're continuously melting plastics, melting kydex. They're reforging kydex and plastic and all this stuff. And it's just like, the car companies in Chicago just 20 years ago, you know? Yeah. I mean, look how many people were dying in Chicago from lung disease and everything from the black smoke coming out of, the car factories. We kill each other just so we can have something. The world does not care. The world does not give a shit. It's all good, morning. I understand, sis. Real life has no stop. You take care of yourself, sis. Yeah, because they're a different country. They don't have to have regulations. They don't have to have all this high end, turmoil. They can produce and produce and produce because we buy from it. We buy from them. It would be the same thing if we went straight to America or straight to London, Europe, making all their stuff. It's like, look how bad Europe was during the Revolution period, through the factory period. They said that there was so much smoke and everything in London that you could not see the moon or the stars. It's the same thing that was in America. All the way into the 70s, we were polluting everything. So why not sell the molds to China, let them kill their own population, and we just profit and buy from them. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all about global warming, brother. Yeah. It's a give and take society. We push the blame onto somebody else without taking our own blame. I mean, why do you think there's still acid rain in New York City? Why do you think there's still acid rain in Chicago? Why do you think there's still acid rain all throughout the North in America? Because of how we fucked our own country. Yes, Bootsy. Yes, it's about the cheap. It's about cheap. It's about, you know, mass producing to where it's always in stock, where it's always on the shelf, where it's always there. You know how much pollution it takes to make a TV? Yeah, because China has control of everything, Raven. China does not have military, does not have physical power. They have business power. If they said, America, fuck you, and they said, UK, fuck you, they said, fuck you to everybody else in the world, and they stopped mass producing everything, you know how bad and how much stuff would never be around again? Everything. You would have no more utensils. You would have no more knives. You would have no more plates. You would have no more paper plates. You would have no more cups. You would have no more ceramics. You would have no more plastic. You would have no more of anything. You're all good, Bootsy, sis. It's China controls more than we realize. It's just like, Saudi Arabia, all the Middle East. If they stopped the production of gasoline, look how many places in the world would have no transportation. It's not like you can go to Africa and buy a Tesla. It's not like you can go, most people in the United States can't afford a Tesla here, and there's not enough stock of Tesla cars to be bought, electric cars. Eh, About 89% of the world still runs on gasoline and diesel. We are we are choked. We are choked by mundane items. Oh yeah, all electric vehicles suck, but that's the only thing you would have to go on if the Middle East stopped selling oil, because America is not going to drill their oil until the Middle East is out of oil. We are still stockpiling and holding on to our oil until the Middle East. But we've been doing that since the fucking 50s. Right, right, Raven. It's the way it is, We would be riding bicycles, just like 90% of China. 90% of China has to ride bicycles because there's too many people in that country to drive cars. We fail to realize that everywhere in the world I mean, look at Australia right now. Australia only has imports from Asian countries. They only have imports from Japan. They only have imports from New Zealand. They only have imports from Korea. Most, there's only a slight handful of actual food that comes from Australia. There's only a handful of them that actually come from Australia. Oh yeah, yeah. You know, the whole entire value of gold, the whole entire Fort Knox dilemma. It's been such a running joke forever. Fort Knox holds all the gold of America. That's funny. Gold. I remember the old Warner Brothers cartoons saying that, oh, we're going to rob Fort Knox. We're going to be rich. Yeah. It's funny, but it's not funny. Oh, Raven. No, y'all stay out. Yeah, you need to sell that. You need to sell it as soon as as soon as you get your hands on it, or put it in that Swiss bank account, right? You know, the offshore Swiss bank account that everybody used to have. Oh, nobody can touch my Swiss bank account. Nobody can touch my money in that. Oh, that was so funny. It's we are dumb. Humans are dumb. It's the God honest truth. Humans are stupid. Hey, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, Ron. I just know we don't have gold there. How you doing, Ron, brother? Jax was here. So was White Wolf. Everything, everything is linked together. Everything in this damn world is linked together now. There is no independence in anything anymore. It is a host and parasite relationship. It is a host and parasite relationship. Every country feeds off of another country somehow. It's the way it is. We can't do anything without somebody else. We can't have a civilization without including other places. When I talk about the grid, The grid is more than just power, water, you know, connecting to civilization. There is more to the grid in reality. The grid is everything. One failure in one thing breaks this feeble interlocking web that we created. It's just like if China stopped, if China could not continue running their coal mines, if they could not continue running their power plants, if they lost the ability to continue creating things, the majority of the world will lose most of its resources. And when I say resources, I'm talking about physical things, you know, physical daily life stuff, tires, engine parts, spare parts to whatever, boat parts. Every fucking thing is made in China. Aftermarket parts, all this stuff, you know. If the Middle East stopped its oil, everything would go into complete chaos. That means all deliveries will be shut down. All transportation will be shut down. We do not have enough resources to start civilization back up if the collapse truly does happen. Look at the oil crisis that we had. What is up, bad sis? How you doing? What are you doing, girl? All you need to do is break the main holds in this interlocking web to destroy the system from the inside out. So the same thing is if every human in the world stopped working, if every human in the world said, I am not going to work today, look at the breakdown of every country. Every country will suffer. You would have nobody delivering. You would have nobody working. You would have nobody stocking shelves. You would have nobody to buy anything from. You can't go into a grocery store if nobody's working. You can't go into a store if it's locked. You can't do anything if humans are not running it. Sure, wrong, yes. But people are afraid to stop working. People are afraid to use that self-destruct button because we have been manipulated. We have been pushed to believe that we need the almighty dollar to continue on. We are afraid of the aftermath of our actions. Most people cannot continue. Most people do not even have enough groceries in their house to last 3 days. let alone a month. Most people don't even have enough money in their bank account to buy anything. That's why we have to rely on the paycheck. That's why we set our life to the paycheck. We are scared of the aftermath of what happens. Welcome back, Bootsy. That's why civilization will continue on in the way it is, and we will continue to complain about everything. Because the majority of people are afraid of the consequences. Majority of people, even if the world decided, I mean, just look at what happened a couple years ago. The raid on Area 51, right? There was like what? It was like 2.5 million people that was going to go to that to raid Area 51, and then it turned out to be a music festival with only like 50, 60,000 people. But it caused such a fear in the government. It caused such a fear because they knew if there was 2.5 million people that was going to rush a military base, they didn't have enough bullets to stop 2.5 million people rushing at them. That's the thing with the government. The government is weak. Society is weak. Society doesn't understand when they're playing. Always, sis. No problem. Look at the Black Lives Matters raids. All of everything that happened with Black Lives Matters. There was not enough police. There was not enough emergency units to take on the Black Lives Matters. There wasn't. The world is feeble. The world is barely hanging on by its bootstraps. It just needs one good push through. Oh, sorry. When have you ever heard of a nonviolent protest on either side? Like, we don't. When push comes to shove, we take. Sorry, I'm back again. We take the extreme to nonviolent. All it needs is somebody to mumble one word or do one action, and then it sets off everything. But the world is weak. The world is in disrepair. The world is holding on by the last remaining bolts. Yeah. It just takes a combined force and somebody with the right skills and the right words to push them. Yeah, I'm going to sound bad. I'm going to sound like a horrible person when I say this. Hitler was a bad person, but Hitler knew what to do. He knew how to control. He knew how to make people fear. He knew how to make people angry. He knew what buttons to push on people to get them to listen. I'm not saying that he's a good person. I'm not. I'm not saying that he's an idol that you should look up to. But the thing is, the man knew how to manipulate the situation to what he needed at that time. And the thing is other people need to see that. Oh, even in the Black Freedom movement in the 60s with MLK and everything. MLK did want nonviolent, nonviolent protests. But you can even go down Main Street in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and you could see the buildings that white people ran and everything that were completely burned out. They threw Molotov cocktails, There's always true people of a nonviolent protest that want to be nonviolent. But then there's the others that join the cause to cause chaos. Chaos incarnate. Because humans are chaotic. Humans want to make a scene. Humans want to be noticed. You're all good, Razor brother. Like I've always told y'all, life comes first. But, and it wasn't just, on one side, it was on the other side too. I mean, they were spraying people with water hoses, high-powered fire hoses. They were beating people with sticks. The police, but we weren't getting the whole truth. We weren't. We were only looking at what the news told us. We weren't there. We physically were not there. The mindset of peace is an illusion. You cannot have peace without war. You cannot have innocence without death. You can't, if you read Sun Tzu's The Book of War, it explains everything, and it's true. There is no push without a shove. You have to enrage people to follow a mindset. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, even the protests when the Reds versus the Yellows in China, okay? The Reds literally broke into the first Emperor of China's tomb and stole all the weapons from all of the soldiers' statues in the first Emperor of China's tomb, so they could fight against the Yellows. Like, I mean, even the French Revolution, when Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake." Correct, Bootsy. Correct. I mean, even when they broke down the Berlin Wall, it wasn't nonviolent. I mean, literally, we said, if you don't bring down the wall, we're going to bomb your ass. And even then, like southern Germany and northern Germany, they still hated each other. There was still killings and everything that happened after the Berlin Wall came down. Like, we cannot stop our true violent self. Can't. Violence is in our blood. Rage is in our blood. You may say that you're not violent, you're not an angry person, you're not anything, but turn around and ask yourself, what would happen if a burglar came into my house? Are you just going to sit there and tell him nicely to leave your house? Or are you going to defend your home? Like, there is no situation, there is nothing that has no violence in it. Right. You're going to defend yourself. You are going to defend your home. You are going to defend your family. You are going to put your life to defend everything that you have. You're not going to let somebody come and take it. And act like a victim. Oh, so get out. I've got y'all's food right here. And that's what we have to. Why did you get in? I've been throwing the other cats out. Marshmallow, move. Got you. Out. Move. All of you. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I need to start my day. So I love you, family. You take care of yourself. I will see you on the next go round. Ow! Get out of the car. All right. I love y'all. I've got a herd of cats that won't leave me alone. So I love you, family. Y'all take care. I will see y'all. I will try to do another live stream tomorrow. Okay? I love y'all. Take care of each other. All right. Take care of yourselves. Protect what you own. Protect yourself, no matter what. I love y'all. Stay strong. And I will see y'all tomorrow, okay? Love y'all. Bye, family.